In this video, I take a look at the school that was invaded by campervans. I ask whether the Caravan and Motorhome Club is in financial trouble, and a new campervan voluntary payment scheme launches in the Highlands of Scotland. Hello all and welcome to Motorhome and Campervan News. I'm Ads. Thank you very much for joining me. Before we carry on, I want to just remind you to consider subscribing if you're interested in getting news updates on motorhoming, campervanning or caravanning. And feel free to use the email in the video description to send me news that I may have missed. Right, back to today's news, and at the risk of repeating myself, there have been more reports of motorhome and campervan owners behaving badly in the Highlands of Scotland. 9 foreign vans have been parked up overnight in a school car park near Fort William, even though the school is right next door to a holiday park. Now, I know that holiday parks aren't for everyone, but some common sense is required about selecting an overnight location. The police were contacted, but unfortunately they said that it was a civil matter. The location has now been removed from motorhome park-up apps. From reports that I've read, the majority of badly behaved motorhomers appear to be foreign drivers or rentals, which tells me that this is a problem with education rather than pig-ignorant holiday makers. But unfortunately, they also exist. A Swift Continental caravan was stolen from a field near Stokesley in North Yorkshire using a black BMW 3 Series with fake number plates. However, the thieves didn't get very far. The driver lost control and crashed into a telegraph pole, damaging the car and flipping the caravan on its side. The thieves managed to escape the wreck and ran off. It's not clear whether the caravan was stolen from a storage site or a campsite. Police are asking for dashcam footage from anyone who might have seen a black BMW 3 Series towing a caravan between Ingleby Greenhow and Stokesley at around 11 p.m. This is a reminder, folks, to get yourself some security for your caravan, such as a hitch lock and a wheel lock. It might not stop the thieves stealing your caravan, but it will slow them down or encourage them not to bother. The former director of Preston-based company Lunar Caravans, Nicholas Marks, has pleaded not guilty to 2 charges of fraud by abuse of position. The allegations involve misappropriating funds while in his role at the firm. Marks appeared at Southwark Crown Court where he denied the charges. The case, which is being brought by the pensions regulator, will now go on trial, but not until 2026. Marks brought Lunar Caravans out of administration in 2019 and renamed it Lunar Automotive. However, it was closed for good in 2022 when it became apparent that they wouldn't be able to produce any more caravans. Until the 30th of September, the Caravan and Motorhome Club are reducing their booking deposit to £5. A few years ago, you never had to pay a booking deposit, but each year the club saw about 1 million cancellations. Having to pay a deposit has reduced this by 70%. This information comes from an email to all club members from Nick Lomas, the Director General. He also describes other reductions and discounts the club has introduced to booking fees, saying that although we have seen some recovery in the economy this year, this doesn't seem to have made a marked difference to the money in our pockets. He also pleaded that please try the club first when making a booking this summer and beyond. And then he finished with, I aim to keep your club wonderful for another 100 years, and together I'm positive we can make it happen. To me, this sounds like the Caravan and Motorhome Club could be financially in trouble or simply not making much profit. We are currently in a cost of living crisis and everything has gone up, including campsite fees. And people don't want to pay almost £55 a night to stay on a gravel pitch. Even with a measly 15% discount that some sites are getting, that's still an eye-watering £47. That's my opinion, but what do you think? Are site fees too expensive? Let me know in the doobly-doo. The Highland Council has introduced the Highland Campervan and Motorhome scheme. Bit of a mouthful. This is a voluntary payment scheme for motorhomes who don't wish to use campsites and would prefer overnighting somewhere else. The Highland Campervan and Motorhome scheme costs £40 for 7 nights from your chosen start date. The benefits include free overnight parking at 12 car parks, more will be added in the future, and free daily access to shower facilities at any of the 23 High Life Highland leisure locations. You'll also be contributing to projects that involve sustaining tourism and the countryside. The website, link in the video description, gives you maps of the exclusive car parks as well as locations for freshwater and waste points. It's just a shame it's not all on one map though. Now you may or may not think that the Highland Campervan and Motorhome scheme is a good idea. I'm not sure whether many people will volunteer to pay the £40, and not everyone is happy about the scheme. A number of campsite owners are furious about the scheme, saying that it is very bad for business due to the fierce competition they now face with free facilities on offer. 20 campsite owners have signed a letter to the Highland Council calling for them to meet with them to discuss a sustainable way forward for their campsites. One twist in the tale is that most campsite owners lease their campsites from the Highland Council. The Highland Council are literally taking away business that pays for the campsite's rent. It's almost as if by trying to solve the problem of overcrowding of campervans, the human waste pollution that they cause, angry, fed up locals and campsites being half empty, that they are doing the opposite and shooting themselves in the foot. I'm afraid that's all we've got time for. I'd love to know your thoughts on today's news. Let me know in the doobly-doo. And don't forget to hit the like button, and if you don't want to miss the next exciting motorhome news episode, then hit the subscribe button to get future updates. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.